Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he spins through. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means you're up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Third and long. It's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. It's a second down run with Sanders.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now wins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Newton steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 15 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw is Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here, and that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Newton on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense?
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. throw now, following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
On second down, here's Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 39, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Newton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 50, Newton. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now this time, Wentz will throw. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about two safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Newton, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's got his target. That's more. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover two because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Working from the gun, Wentz. Dance, but he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, Newton. Being chased out left. Now that's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 48 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another run here with Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Eagles take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Wentz now to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Newton now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it's third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The Panthers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch.
82.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39. And obviously that's well short of the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th